Hello and welcome. Couple of days ago, I got a message from someone asking why the effing it is to always be Florida. And he was right. It has always been Florida that gave us the heartbreaks and happiness in equal doses. Since 1924, no Republican went to the White House without winning Florida. And since 1992, no Democrat has gone to the White House without winning Florida. So it swings both ways, and there is no other swing state with more electoral votes than Florida. Florida selects the president, period. And as Republican safe seats keeps dwindling around the country, the importance of Florida has only gone up and up. For all the people who think this election is beyond Trump's reach, I just want to tell them look at Florida. If the state remains too close to call, then the election is too close to call. If the state leans one side, then the election, the entire country, is leaning to that side. And for all the people who think Biden cannot win Florida because Republicans will somehow steal the election, my answer is nope, it's not true. He will most probably lose a close result in Florida, but he will not lose if he wins the state by tens of thousands of votes or hundreds of thousands of votes. Obama edged over John McCain by 236,000 votes and Mitt Romney by 74,000 votes in Florida. The reason people are skeptical about a free and fair result in Florida is because of the Democratic hangover from Bush-Gore saga in 2000. The 2000 presidential election was over on November 7th, and the world did not know the US president until December 12th. Al Gore conceded on December 13th. Bush won Florida and the White House by just 537 votes. Republicans did not steal the state from Al Gore. It was a series of bad luck for Al Gore and close calls going in favor of Bush. The election did wake up Democrats to the out in the open voter suppression tactics deployed by their opponents and how impactful these moves are in drowning them in close elections. And two incidents stand out from the 2000 presidential election in Florida. In Palm Beach County, a strongly Democratic county, for whatever reason, the officials designed a beautiful butterfly ballot where candidates were arranged side by side. But take a look at the ballot. As you can see, Bush was on the top, the third party candidate was on the right, and Al Gore was below Bush on the left side. The problem was it was so easy for people who wanted to vote for Al Gore to end up voting for Mr. Buchanan, the third party candidate. And Mr. Buchanan ended up with 3,704 votes in the county, nearly 2,700 votes more than what Mr. Buchanan got in any of the Florida's other 66 counties. Apart from the votes that went to Mr. Buchanan due to the confusing layout, more than 29,000 votes were thrown out. Thanks to the beautiful layout, so many people had either punched for more than one presidential candidate or they never punched it at all. As you already know, Bush won by 537 votes, and the number of votes that was lost by Al Gore due to the structure of the ballot in Palm Beach County was in the order of thousands. But this wasn't a Republican master plan to design the ballot in that way. It was designed by officials in the strongly Democratic county, and God knows who approved it. So yes, it was just sheer bad luck. The second one, sometime before the election, Republicans in Florida started pushing to remove felons from voting rolls, or alleged felons from voting rolls. So before the election, officials in Florida had sent a list of 58,000 alleged felons to be removed from the voting rolls. The reason why that list looked like a direct attempt to reduce Democratic turnout was black people made up only 11% of registered voters in the state, but 44% of people on that purge list was blacks. Not only that, so many people weren't allowed to vote on the election day if their names resembled or matched the names of the felons on the list. The whole effort was written with so much error and played a major role in reducing the turnout. We don't know the exact impact, but no one has any doubt who would have won if that didn't happen. But here is the big bad but. But that's not stealing. The Republicans did it while the entire world was watching. Let's say that on a beautiful Friday evening, you are out there in your garden grilling. Your neighbor says hi, walks into your garden, takes some of the furniture, and moves it into his garden. And you sit there watching it, happily grilling your steak. That's not stealing, that's you being an idiot. When one side plays to win and the other side is more than happy to offer post game commentary, then the other side doesn't deserve to win. Anyway, so many things went wrong in Florida in 2000, and it did help the Democrats to wake up from their long, lazy slumber. They are still not at a level where they can counter Republican efforts to play around the edges of voter rolls and voting in general, but they are at least watchful these days and fighting. But none of this would have happened had Al Gore had a lead of 50,000 to 100,000 votes. All of this behind the screen operation surfaced because the difference was in the hundreds. If Florida remains close by, let's say, a few thousand votes on the election day, Trump may end up winning the state. But he can do nothing if the difference between him and Biden is 50,000 or 100,000 votes. You cannot toss out that many votes with the entire world from Europe to Japan to Australia glued to their TV on the election day. In Florida, counting for mail-in ballots begin 22 days before the election day. If you want Biden to become the president and you live in Florida, vote. If you can deliver the ballot to the election supervisor directly in your area, please do so. Once you're done, call your friends and ask them to do the same and help anyone who needs help. Tell them to vote. Tell them to deliver it on their own if possible. If that's not possible, ask them to mail it immediately. If Biden wins Florida with a comfortable margin, this election will be over on November 3rd. No need to wait. Remember, no Republican candidate can get to the White House without winning Florida. Thanks for watching.